What if someone you loved vanished without a trace? No goodbye, no clue, just silence. In 2006, Jennifer Kesse, a 24-year-old with a promising future, walked out of her Orlando condo and was never seen again. To this day, her disappearance haunts her family, law enforcement, and an entire nation gripped by the sheer mystery. What happened to Jennifer Kesse? Was it a random act? A planned abduction? Or something darker? Join me as I dive deep into the disturbing case of Jennifer Kesse and try to piece together what really happened to her. Did you know that Jennifer Kesse vanished without a trace in 2006, leaving behind countless unanswered questions? She wasn't the type to just disappear. Jennifer had a stable job, a loving family, and was deeply grounded in her daily routine. But what she didn't have was a single trace left behind. No struggle, no clear suspect, just a sudden vanishing that defies logic. You're watching Chronicles, where we explore chilling true crime cases that remain unsolved and unsettling. In today's episode, we're unraveling the threads of one of the most baffling missing person cases in the US, the case of Jennifer Kesse. As we peel back the layers, we'll uncover disturbing clues, examine police missteps, and enter the mind of a potential predator. Make sure to stick with us till the end, and if you're as intrigued by true crime as we are, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue the search for truth. January 24, 2006. Orlando, Florida. Jennifer Kesse didn't show up to work. That was out of character. Extremely out of character. She was reliable, punctual, and deeply committed to her role at a timeshare development company. Her manager called her parents. They hadn't heard from her either. Panic set in quickly. Just the day before, Jennifer had returned from a vacation with her boyfriend Rob Allen. They'd spent a relaxing weekend together, and everything seemed fine. She even spoke to her parents and Rob that night, around 10 p.m. Nothing about those conversations suggested she was worried or in any kind of distress. But that would be the last time anyone heard her voice. Jennifer was living in a newly purchased condo at the Mosaic at Millennia Complex, a gated community that should have felt secure. But the complex was undergoing heavy renovations at the time. Construction workers were constantly around, many of them undocumented. The atmosphere was transient, and Jennifer had recently expressed discomfort about their presence, feeling watched, even harassed, as she walked to and from her apartment. When Jennifer's parents, Drew and Joyce Kesse, rushed to her condo, they found everything in place. Her phone, clothes, makeup, and luggage from the trip were neatly arranged. It looked like she had just stepped out for work. Her car, however, was missing, and so was Jennifer. Surveillance footage from a nearby apartment complex captured a grainy, almost surreal moment. A person parking Jennifer's car, getting out, and walking away. The footage showed this individual at around noon on the day she went missing, just hours after she would have left for work. But here's the chilling part. The person's face was never seen. In what can only be described as a stroke of bad luck or an intentional move, the person of interest walked in front of a gate, and every 3 seconds, their face was blocked. The Orlando Police Department launched an investigation, but from the start, crucial time was lost. Jennifer's case wasn't initially treated as high priority. She was an adult. Adults go missing. But this wasn't a runaway. Her car was later found abandoned at that complex about a mile away from her home. And inside, no signs of struggle, no fingerprints, not even her phone or keys. It's as if Jennifer Kesse had simply evaporated. Her parents quickly mobilized. Frustrated by what they saw as lackluster police efforts, the Kesses took matters into their own hands, organizing search parties, handing out flyers, and hiring private investigators. They even filed lawsuits to gain control of Jennifer's case files, hoping to uncover something law enforcement may have overlooked. To give more insight, we sat down with Drew and Joyce Kesse. Drew, a composed yet clearly haunted father, explained, "There's nothing in the world worse than not knowing. We live every day wondering if we missed something, if we could have done more. But what choice do you have? You either break or you fight." Joyce added, "Jennifer had her whole life ahead of her. We won't stop. Not until we bring her home. One way or another." Their heartbreak and persistence have been a driving force behind the attention the case has maintained for nearly 2 decades. And now, a quick reminder, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to Chronicles. It helps us continue investigating these unsolved stories, amplifying the voices of families like the Kesses, and shining light on cases the world must not forget. Theories began swirling. Was it a random abduction? A stalker? Did someone she knew betray her trust? Some investigators believed she was attacked in the hours between leaving her condo and getting into her car. Others suspected she might have been kidnapped from the parking lot. But again, no surveillance, no witnesses, no evidence. Not even her cell phone signal provided helpful pings. It just went silent. One theory focused on the construction workers. Jennifer had reportedly told her parents that they made her uncomfortable. Could someone among them have been watching her routine? Did she open the door to a familiar face? It's a terrifying possibility, one that the Kesse family believes wasn't fully pursued. Other theories extend further. Some armchair detectives point to possible human trafficking. Florida is a known corridor. Could Jennifer have been abducted and moved quickly? The lack of evidence suggests careful planning. But then, how could someone orchestrate such a clean abduction in a semi-public area without being seen? Then there are the psychological elements. The eerie quiet of her apartment, the normalcy of her morning routine. It raises the question, did Jennifer even make it out the door? Or did something happen before she left? Could her abductor have been waiting? A former FBI profiler we consulted highlighted how the absence of evidence can itself be a red flag. This kind of clean disappearance is rare. It indicates either professional planning or incredible luck by the perpetrator, he said. Jennifer's profile, independent, organized, strong-willed, doesn't fit a runaway narrative. She would have fought. And consider the broader societal implications. Jennifer's case underscores the importance of workplace safety, housing security, and law enforcement accountability. It highlights how easily victims can fall through the cracks when assumptions are made and urgency is delayed. It reminds us that safety is often an illusion. As the investigation dragged on, the Kesses grew increasingly vocal about what they called missed opportunities. They pointed out that Jennifer's car had fingerprints that were never identified. The person of interest in the surveillance video was never tracked. Leads went cold. Files were disorganized. Evidence wasn't preserved properly. And perhaps most disturbingly, no one seemed truly accountable. But the psychological weight of the case isn't just in the evidence, it's in the eerie silence. The apartment was spotless. Her work clothes were laid out. Her towel still damp from her morning shower. It was as if she got ready to leave, stepped outside, and was absorbed into the void. How does someone disappear from a gated community in broad daylight? The idea that someone could be snatched between their front door and their car is chilling. It forces us to reconsider the spaces we think are safe. Your driveway, your garage, your routine. Jennifer's case reminds us that routine can become vulnerability. And then, there's the person of interest. Let's return to that grainy surveillance footage. The figure was wearing jeans and a white shirt, walking casually, not rushed, not suspicious. But that gait obscuring the face every few frames? That was a cruel twist of fate. The FBI later used a technique called gait analysis to try and identify the individual based on how they walked. But it led nowhere. To this day, that figure has never been identified. Not even a gender has been confirmed with certainty. Some believe it was a man. Others argue it could have been a woman. But if that person was responsible, if they were Jennifer's abductor, then they left behind one of the most frustrating clues in modern true crime history. Comparatively, cases like that of Brooke Wilberger or Lauren Spierer share similar echoes, young women vanishing without significant physical evidence. In Wilberger's case, a confession and a body were eventually found. But in Jennifer's case, there's only silence. Despite everything, the Kesses' hope has never faded. Every few years, new tips come in. A podcast uncovers a new angle. A TV special revives interest. But so far, nothing has led to Jennifer. Drew Kesse once said, "Hope is what fuels us. But it's also what tortures us." Over the years, Jennifer's case has drawn attention from amateur sleuths, podcasters, and digital detectives. Forums online debate endlessly over the surveillance footage, scrutinize the condo layout, the parking lot, the timelines. People from all over the world want to help. But the Kesse family wants just one thing: Jennifer back. Or at the very least, the truth. And maybe that's the most haunting part. This isn't just a mystery. It's a life interrupted. A bright, driven 24-year-old woman whose dreams, future, and voice were stolen in the space of minutes. As of today, Jennifer Kesse's case remains unsolved. There are no confirmed suspects, no arrests, no body, just a decade and a half of aching silence and endless questions. If you or anyone you know has information about Jennifer Kesse, even the smallest detail, please contact the proper authorities. It could be the one piece that cracks this entire case open. To recap, Jennifer Kesse vanished from her Orlando condo in January of 2006. Her car was later found abandoned. Surveillance footage revealed a mystery figure, but their identity remains unknown. Despite extensive investigations, private efforts, and nationwide attention, Jennifer has never been found. Her disappearance stands as a stark reminder that even in a world full of technology and cameras, people can still vanish without a trace. You're watching Chronicles. If this story gripped you the way it has gripped millions, don't forget to subscribe for more chilling mysteries and unsolved cases. Like this video to support the effort in bringing awareness to Jennifer's case. Share it with friends and family, because the more eyes on this story, the better the chance that someone, somewhere, might hold the missing piece. And if you have any theories, thoughts, or questions, drop them in the comments below. We read every one. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and never stop seeking the truth.